Part 2. My boss announced my promotion to VP at an emergency meeting, but my assistant's whispered warning and email revealed they were setting me up to take the fall for years of embezzlement. I asked her why she thought Gregory was setting me up specifically. She showed me an email chain she'd uncovered in archived files. Gregory had been communicating with someone outside the company, discussing how to handle the situation if the embezzlement was ever discovered. The plan was always to have a fall guy. He'd chosen me because as director of finance, I had enough access and authority to make the accusations believable, but I wasn't senior enough to have powerful allies who might protect me. We sat in that office trying to figure out what to do. Everyone was waiting back in the conference room. Gregory would be wondering why I hadn't returned. We needed to act fast. I made copies of everything Paula had found and emailed them to my personal account. Then I called my lawyer, Jeremy Banks, who I'd used for contract reviews and personal legal matters. I explained the situation quickly. He told me not to accept the promotion under any circumstances and to avoid signing anything. He said he'd contact the company's legal counsel and the board of directors immediately. 20 minutes had passed. I got a text from Gregory asking if I was all right and if I was coming back. I texted that I'd felt sick and gone home. He replied asking me to come to his office first thing tomorrow morning to discuss the promotion details. That night, Jeremy worked with the company's outside legal counsel. He presented Paula's evidence to the general counsel, who immediately informed the board of directors. By midnight, an emergency board meeting had been called for the next morning. Jeremy advised me to not go into the office and to keep Paula safe. She was the key witness. Update 1. The next morning felt surreal. I stayed home as Jeremy instructed, but I could barely sit still. Paula had called in sick too, staying at her sister's house in case Gregory tried to confront her. Jeremy kept me updated via text as the board meeting progressed. By noon, Jeremy called with the news. The board had reviewed all of Paula's evidence and hired a forensic accounting firm to conduct an immediate investigation. Gregory had been placed on administrative leave and was not permitted on company property. Thomas Reed, the VP of operations, had also been placed on leave. Apparently, some of the evidence suggested he might have been involved or at least aware of the fraud. Linda Barrett, the CEO, had been cleared of any involvement. She called me personally that afternoon, her voice shaking. She apologized profusely. She said she'd had no idea Gregory was embezzling, let alone setting me up. The board had asked her to reach out and assure me that I was not under investigation and that they understood I was a victim in this situation. She explained what had happened in the meeting after I'd left. Gregory had seemed annoyed at first, suggesting I was being dramatic. But then he tried to push forward with the promotion anyway, saying they could do the formal announcement later. That's when Linda's assistant had interrupted with an urgent message from the general counsel requesting an emergency board meeting. The forensic accountants worked around the clock. Within 3 days, they confirmed everything Paula had found and discovered even more. The total amount embezzled was over $4.8 million, not the $3.2 million Paula had initially tracked. Gregory had been stealing from the company almost since its founding, but the amounts had increased dramatically over the past 3 years. They also confirmed that the evidence implicating me was completely fabricated. The digital signatures were forged, the emails were backdated and created through a spoofing technique, and documents had been altered. Gregory had access to all the systems he needed to create convincing false evidence. Thomas Reed turned out to be complicit. He'd known about some of the embezzlement and had received kickbacks from Gregory in exchange for his silence. When investigators searched Thomas's computer, they found emails where he and Gregory discussed the plan to frame me. Thomas had apparently been reluctant at first but went along with it when Gregory threatened to expose Thomas's own involvement. The company filed a police report. Detective James Wu from the Financial Crimes